you type it in like this, though, you're not going to get the right. You're not going to get the right decimal. Okay, so do it like this. Okay, put parentheses. Okay, you need a set of parentheses around what's in the numerator. Okay, parentheses, -7. We'll do the positive one first. Plus the square root, second x squared of 73. Okay, how many of, if you guys have the newer kind of calculator like mine, you need to arrow out of it and close your set of parentheses. Okay, how many of you had this though? When you did the square root, your calculator automatically gave you a parenthesis. Did anyone's calculator do that? Okay, if your calculator did that, you're going to need to put 2 sets of parentheses. Okay, you're going to have to close it and then close the ones on the ends. Okay, everyone else's looks like mine. Okay, then divide by the denominator. Divided by 2. Okay, enter. Okay, are you guys getting 0.77? So on. Taylor, you with me? Okay, all right. That's an irrational number. Okay, that's the approximate decimal. Okay, in your notebook, write down that that's the approximate decimal for the plus square root of 73 one. Okay, we're now going to change the other one into a decimal. Okay, parentheses, -7 minus second square root of 73, parentheses, arrow outside, okay, close your parentheses, and then divide by 2. Okay, if yours is the older kind of calculator, put the double set of parentheses. Okay, then push enter. Okay, are you guys getting -7.77 so on? Okay, go ahead and put that in your notebook. Okay, that's what the other one equals. What are these that you found? What are those 2 numbers? Those are the what? Here. Okay, they are the x-intercepts. Okay, now we could graph these by hand, but we're going to just do it on the graphing calculator. Okay, go to y equals on your calculator. Okay, you're going to type in the original equation from in standard form. Okay, y equals x. X is right by the green button. Okay, squared plus 7x. X is still by the green button. Minus 6. Okay, once you have that in, hit graph, top right button. Okay, is yours looking like mine? No, it's not. Okay, if yours is not looking like that, do you have this equation typed in, girls? Okay. If it's not looking like that, hit zoom 6. See if that works. Does that work now?
Yeah, I didn't bring the phone.
Oh, okay, all right. Allie, did you get yours to work? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, all right. So this parabola goes down like this. Okay, these are the 2 spots that it crosses the x-axis, right here and here. Okay, if you look, that number is right before 1. Okay, that's the, which ordered pair is that one? That's the that's the positive 0.771. Okay, and this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It crosses at -7.77. Okay, that is the other one. Okay, so what you are finding, even though your answer looks really weird with the square roots, okay, you are finding the 2x intercepts. Okay, we're not going to graph them by hand, we'll just do it on the graphing calculator. Okay, questions on the first one? Okay, second one. So, you know what I want you to do? I also want you to write down after each one, I want you to write down how many times it crosses the x-axis. Okay, so on that one, it crossed the x-axis twice, so write down travel across the x-axis twice. Okay, second example. 25x squared minus 30x plus 9 equals 0. Okay, so when you look at this, would you try to use square root method? No, okay, because you see an x term and an x squared term, okay? Okay, you could try to factor, okay? You can try to factor, but I'm going to tell you now it's not factorable, okay? So you need to use quadratic formula. Okay, so you're going to write down the quadratic formula, and you have to sing it. Okay? Do you want me to shut the door? Okay, ready? On 3. X equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Correct, okay? Remember the all part you need to get in there. Okay, in this problem you want to write down what a, b, and c are. Okay, Mitch, what are a, b, and c?
25 x squared, 30, negative 30x.
Don't include the x squared and the x, just the numbers that are in front of them.
25, negative 30.
Okay, and c is 9. Okay, the numbers in front of x squared, x, and then the constant, or the number by itself. Okay, plug those numbers now into the equation. Megan, can you plug them in for me? X equals what?
X equals negative 30,
It's a negative 30 though, so it would become,
a positive,
good, positive 30.
plus or minus square root of negative 30 squared minus 4.
When you guys do that, put negative 30 in parentheses, please. Keep going.
Minus 4 times 9.
Don't forget the A.
25 and 9.
Okay, 25 times 9.
And then 2 times 25.
Okay, 2 times 25. Okay? Alright. You do not type this whole thing in your graphing calculator. Only type in what's underneath the square root. Okay, so go to your graphing calculator. Okay. Make sure you put inside parentheses, negative 30, parentheses.
Positive 30.
What's underneath the square root, Kara, is still negative, isn't it? This one out here turned positive, okay, but this one, because of that opposite, this one is still the negative. Okay. Negative 30 all squared minus 4 times 25 times 9. Enter. Okay, are you guys all getting 0? Okay. Okay, so x equals 30 plus or minus the square root of 0 all over 2 times 25 is what, Tesla? Good job. 2 times 25 is 50. Okay, can you simplify the square root of 0? Maybe, I think you can. Type in your calculator, square root of 0. What times itself gives you 0? 0. Okay, so it's 30 plus or minus 0 all over 50. Okay, you will sometimes get square roots that do simplify. Okay, plus or minus 0. Are there really going to be, can you really have a plus and a minus 0? No, you can't. Okay, so you could split it up into two parts. You could have a plus 0 and a minus 0, but it's still going to be the same thing. Okay, so you want to simplify this more. Okay, what is 30 plus 0 or 30 minus 0? 30. 30 over 50. What's that simplified? What? Okay, it simplifies to 3/5. Okay, so as an x-intercept, this is 3/5, comma 0. And how many x-intercepts? What's wrong?
Why is it over 50?
Because it was 2 times 25.
Oh, okay, never
Okay,
mind. I
which
wrote
gave
down
you the
B
50?
instead of A.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so how many x-intercepts are there on this? Right, there's only going to be one. You will either get 0, 1, or 2 are your possibilities. Okay, so write down that there is one x-intercept. Okay, questions on anything that I did there? Okay, go to your graphing calculator. Okay, go to y equals. I want you to graph it just to see what that looks like and what that x-intercept looks like. Okay, type in 25 x squared minus 30x plus 9. Okay, and then hit graph. Yours working back there?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, if you look, it's a very skinny parabola. Okay, it only crosses one time. It's crossing somewhere in between 0 and 1, okay? And it's exactly crossing at 3/5, comma 0. Well, what is 3/5 as a decimal? Type in your calculator if you don't know. Annie? Okay, it crosses at 0.6, comma 0. Okay, so right here is 0.6. Okay, so we are not, when you use quadratic formula, we're not doing it by hand. I'm just showing you on the graphing calculator where that x-intercept is. Okay, questions on 2?